tangents and have a lot of different sections, and sometimes the sections never even come back and complete themselves. It's just random thoughts, you know. But I think that keeps it interesting, and it keeps the average listener guessing as to what we're doing.
Music, for me, is one of the biggest thrills I've ever had in my entire life. It's an immense amount of just passion and emotion just flowing out of you, hearing the audience behind you screaming.
There was no one telling me, hey, it's not too late for you to, like, try something new. It's just all my good friends, my closest friends from here. And we just always knew we'd be in a band, and we had to try out a couple different arrangements before we found these five that seemed to work out for us.
Well, it's a rush playing for people, you know. That's why musicians do it, because they love it. It's just they like to play music. It's my favorite thing in the world to do. So.
Don't go fishing around. Gotta keep my eyes up off the ground and find my way back home. Find my way back home. Don't go fishing around. Gotta keep my eyes up off the ground and find my way back home. 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 Find my way back home.
It's one of my big pet peeves about classical music. It's great, but I just feel like there's no creativity in it very much at all. It's just, you know, you gotta learn this piece and you gotta play it exactly like every single person has ever played it since the guy who wrote it 300 years ago that's now dead, you know, said you have to play it this way, and that's exactly how you have to do it. And with rock music, you can do whatever you want. You know, you can be as creative as you want. You don't have to follow any rules. You just write anything. If it's real messed up, you know, if you think it sounds good, then you play it.
Gotta set a course and find a way and find my way back home. Find my way back home. No time being afraid. Gotta set a course and find a way and find my way back home. Find my way back home.
We don't just stay there. We move around and put on a show. Because, you know, when you go see a band, you like to hear good music, but you also like to see something, too. I mean, if you just want to listen to live music or whatever, you can just put on a CD. If you go to see a band, I think they should do some movement.
Music's always going to be a big role in my life. I don't know what's going to happen with it, but it'll be there.
Don't look back and don't fall. Find my way back down. Find my way back home. Send a smile. Don't look back and don't fall. Find my way back home. 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 Find my way back home.
In high school, and the first 2 years I played, well, the first year, freshman year, I played alto sax and marched with that, and second year I played tenor, and I really wanted to direct the marching band because I thought it was really neat what they did. So I tried out, and I won. I got to be the drum major, and I was the last 2 years of high school. I got to stand up in front of the band and conduct, and it sounds stupid because it's marching band, but it was fun. It was fun, I loved it. My parents bought me a Michael W. Smith album for Christmas, and I thought it was the rockiest thing I'd ever heard back then. And so it was on record too. So I started collecting vinyl and getting into different sounds and music just through Christian rock. And then it just kind of progressed, and in high school, I remember seeing Nirvana on Saturday Night Live playing, and I thought to myself, man, who is this band? And so I found out them, and I bought Nevermind, their first album, and fell in love with that. And then Pearl Jam came out, and I was in awe because they were just the greatest thing I'd ever heard. And I modeled my voice after Eddie Vedder back then, and I wanted to be Pearl Jam, and just followed the music, and then I just started slowly getting more and more music.
I started playing piano when I was 10 years old. I started taking piano lessons because my father's a musician and I played the piano. I shared an interest in it and my dad said I should take piano lessons, so I did. And I've enjoyed piano lessons.
They sing a lot and they love music and they have really good taste in music, but there hasn't really been any musicians in the family. It was only after my freshman year that I decided that I couldn't do anything but music. I decided to get right into music theory, and I took a whole year of that, and I decided that I had to go for it. Although I didn't have any legitimate instruments that I could study because I only played guitar and bass, so I decided to pick up the double bass. And after a year I was able to audition on that, and the school is really good, and my teachers are really good at working me up to a level where I could perform with the orchestra in a matter of a year.
playing drums about 10 years ago. My mom got me lessons, and I started playing with the middle school band. Actually, if it wasn't for my mom, I probably wouldn't be listening to the kind of stuff I listen to now, or be playing what I'm playing now. God, I must have been 15, and I was all into Metallica and, you know, that heavy stuff. And she said, all right, I'm gonna give this one shot. Come downstairs. She takes me down, gets out her old record player, and puts in Jethro Tull's Aqualung. I thought, oh my God, what have I been doing listening to this other stuff? This is great. You know, she puts in Hendrix for me. Wow, where have I been? And then, you know, some friends introduced me to Zeppelin, and you know, my parents obviously they played a big role supporting me, paying for lessons. They bought me a drum kit. I'm a little worried about me being out on my own as a musician, but so am I. Let's just see how that goes. If you see me in a gutter somewhere, help me out. When you get to a show and the crowd's great, you get on the stage and there's energy already. You know, you're hyper, anxious, you start shaking, and you just want to get going, you want to get moving.
I'm always doubting myself. I'm always worried about if I'll do good enough, or it comes down to worrying about if I'll be in the right mood. And then I just have to kind of force myself where the bad mood goes away after a little while.
I think the crowd makes a good show. They don't really realize it, but you know, we're judging them as much as they're judging us, and the better vibe they give off, you know, the better we're gonna play, the more intense we're gonna play, the more we're gonna get into it. And it's just you know, it's like a tennis match. We're just feeding off each other the whole time, bouncing back and forth.
Folks, I see you before last. I guess I'm just trying to forget the past. Time's been slow, but years have gone fast. I'm sure the folk got this outcast. Just trying to find my way. Do I make it someday? My last year, it's hard to think and it's hard to feel. I can't believe this is real. I guess I've been making my way. I traveled this road a many long years. I so dim, but my eyes don't fear. I guess it's time to catch the train. I hope that I see you again. Just trying to find my way. Do I make someday? trying to find my way. Do I make it someday? Yeah. Thinking it's the phone that has been without a home, living in a thousand something. I'm gonna admit that I know I got it. Thinking it's the phone that has been without a home. I know I got it. Thinking it's the phone that has been without a home. I know I got it. Thinking it's the phone that has been without a home. I know I got it.
No one knows exactly how man discovered fire. Whether it was lightning hitting a tree or rubbing two sticks together. But we do know that 10 minutes later, he discovered meat.
The best source that I've heard is called as progressive hard rock. I don't want to try to tag it on certain bands or anything like that, but it's definitely progressive sound with a rock soul, with a rock background.
Well, I often just try to get away with just calling us a rock band. And people usually aren't satisfied with that. They want something more specific. Then I just say that we try to be as varied within rock as we can. At least that's my goal, if we're going to be a rock band. Well, as a bass player, I just kind of help to set the mood, I think. I try to keep it as fun-loving as possible, I think, but yet try to keep it moving along intelligently. We have about as much variety as we can from all being roughly the same age, and they all have different styles that I think blend together pretty well. And they all have a variety of influences that aren't necessarily the same as mine. Like, I don't have as much of a folk or classic rock influence as some of the other guys, but it works, and those are really good genres that I probably haven't studied enough, so
It's hard to say. Like classic rock, definitely we're influenced by Led Zeppelin and Neil Young and The Who, and then more modern rock like One of the Pyros and Pearl Jam and stuff like that.
Don't you know that it's not as it seems? And in the trees I see my dreams drifting off me. What I see in the image stream, my own ways in the constant change. What is between you and me? The rock that's went off the damn
GREENLEAF was originally 3 of the members of Whittier Fools, which happened my junior year here. Matt, Dan, and I. And we decided we really just needed to get something going again after that band broke up. And soon after that, Evan came into it, and that was a very welcome addition. And then not too long after that, we got Brian, and everything just changed from there and began to progress. It's going very well now.
He really brought out some new stuff when he joined us, because he's probably one of the best musicians that I've ever played with. Dan's just crazy. He does some really crazy things on the bass that are unexpected, and his songwriting is very unique and strange and sometimes difficult to play, but he has a uniqueness to the band, I think. Matt is the main songwriter of the band, so he's kind of the backbone of it. He puts it all together, gets it all squared away. Patrick, he contributes a lot to everything that we do. Like, if someone's writing a song, he'll always be there to contribute something to it.
Evan Bates playing those funky solos. Oh, he brings, this is really improvised solos, to say, really funky solos. The spur of the moment stuff that he comes up with, it's pretty tasteful and well phrased.
I think we're a very well-rounded band. Everybody has good ideas. Everybody writes music. It sounds like a big, collaboration between the entire band.